Hello everyone, my name is KEnDERS, and with me are my two sisters, Lauren and Elizabeth KEnDERS. Yes, sir. I'm a freshman mechanical engineer. They are both junior plastics engineers, and we're here to introduce to you KEnDERS Athletic Body Armor, a revolutionary new type of sports equipment designed to change the way you think and play sports. But really, why are we here? We're here because sports injuries are just all too common nowadays. 1 in 5 children and teens aged 6 to 17 will have to go to the hospital every year because of sports. And that number's rising fast. It's simply because their equipment just isn't up to par with the high-intensity play they experience. And because of that, parents are taking away their kids from the games they love, and kids don't get to play the sports that they want to play. Equipment for athletes needs to be comfortable, lightweight, but still protective. And that's why we're here today. We're here to introduce KEnDERS technology. And you might think that KEnDERS stands for our last name, but it also is an acronym that stands for Kinetic Energy Dissipated Equipment Response System. And we truly believe that our technology will be able to revolutionize the sports equipment industry and change the way you think and play in sports.
So using advanced chemicals and materials, our product is flexible under natural movements, but hardens to protect joint snapping and serious injuries. And our product does something that no other product on the market does. It has 5 key aspects that make it unique. It is superiorly protective while still being flexible. It is low cost, lightweight, and modular. Modular is important because people play multiple sports. For example, you can play hockey and football, and you have to get all the all the pads for those sports. And for those 2 high-impact sports, body parts should not be left vulnerable. So our product bridges that gap. And then our product also grows with the athlete because pieces can be added on to the equipment when the athlete outgrows it. So our product is an array of capsules interconnected with hollow tubes. And these capsules are made of high-impact and flexible plastics. And inside of them are shear-thinning fluids, which are unique because under a force, they harden to protect the body, but under natural movements, they act like a fluid. And under preliminary testing, our shear thickening fluid performed 20% better for force dissipation than the standard elbow pad you could buy on the market today. Since sports are so popular, you would assume that the protective sporting industry would be very large, and you would be correct. It's about a $2 billion industry, and it's continuing to grow due to the steady increase of youths that are participating in sports. Currently, athletes can buy thin equipment that doesn't provide the proper protection as the thicker foam padding on the market today. And as Stephen and Elizabeth said, that's why we're here today, because we believe our product will revolutionize this industry. Currently, our cost structure will include making our product, testing it, manufacturing it, and distributing it. We see right now with your resources and support that we want to start in the local community and programs so that we can build a strong and working prototype that we can implement into games and practices so that we can build a credible profile for our company. And then we'll look towards the national market and major manufacturers for things like licensing deals. And we found that between the ages of 6 and 17, there are about 26 million athletes. And we obviously want to try and reach as many athletes as possible, hopefully 100% of them. But just to give you an idea, just by targeting 1% of these athletes, we could reach over 200,000 athletes, and we could generate revenues up to over $200 million, which is mind-blowing, and we're very excited about that. And I want to bring you back to the idea of how many youths and people are injured during sports that they love. These injuries can last a lifetime. Imagine what our low-cost, modular, and insanely protective equipment could change and revolutionize the world of sporting equipment forever.
Questions?
Everything. We're mostly gearing towards higher impact sports like hockey and football, but helmets are used in almost every sport. And really, you can't find a sport where higher protective equipment would be welcome.
So I have a monthly that's favored with expensive athletic equipment for multiple sports, and so I'm just curious from a marketing perspective. You said that it's very important for the athletic equipment to be comfortable and lightweight, but it's also incredibly important for it to be cool in the eye of the 6 to 17-year-old consumer that you're trying to target. So have you thought about that? How you would get your technology inside the models and brands of clothing that target audience demands?
Well, one of the things we like to say is look good, you play good. So we definitely are thinking about that. We've actually, like us and follow us on Twitter and Facebook, we've actually gotten a lot of comments on there, and one of the things was how we'd be able to customize colors and things like that. So that's one thing that between 6 and 17, we know that if they can customize their equipment and make it the colors that they want, even for college. We both play lacrosse here, and so if we could have equipment that can be color schemed for your school, that's huge.
And absorption of odors, does this product absorb odors?
We'll work on something like that. I like your first question because it leads to another point. We're aiming to prepare for all fronts. So we're gonna, as Laura said, we're going to be running tests on our equipment to make sure that it's up to and beyond the standards of the current operating entities. And well, using that data set, we'll confront manufacturers, distributors, and see if we can make a partnership or licensing deal with one of the big boys.
You tested it so far?
We currently don't have a prototype, but we've been working on developing the concepts behind it.
This is a plastic that wouldn't be close to the ones that we're using, but we just 3D printed this to just get an idea of what the capsules would look like. So the prototype that we'll be making with resources and support will be our high-impact flexible plastic that we'll be researching, and that will be able to actually implement into the prototype. We just don't have the resources right now.
The real plastic will be sort of like the flexible plastic you saw in the hydraulic tubes. So it'll compress, and once it reaches that compression point where it hits the fluids inside, those fluids will react to the force and prevent any more force from being felt.
Where are you at on legal?
We have very, very diligently searched almost 10,000 patents at this point. The closest that comes to it, there's the University of Delaware, use the sheet that includes fabrics. They use a lot less fluids, and it doesn't protect based on our estimations as well as the film that we have. But so far, nothing else has even come close. So
What are you on patent?
we have a provisional patent. We're going to move forward on one, hopefully soon. The system itself, how it's used in that structure.
You want the military and police civilians for
Yes, about the University of Delaware, their fabric technology.
Yeah, it's all the fabric technology.
And what are you looking for get one?
For starting, we're looking to expand pretty quickly this summer with going to local sports programs and such. We would need probably in the range of 5,000 to 7,000 just to get a full set of equipment going. And once we can do that, we can talk to athletic programs, get them on board with our idea, try and test it, get that data set, and then in the future we'll do more competitions, get more funding.
When you apply to 7,001.
Yes, to get one set of.
To get one set of prototype.
Jack?
Did you at least do some impact testing on prototype material to have some idea what the impact profile
Yeah, we
looks
did
like?
testing on our shear fitting fluid that we made, but not with our high impact plastic that we want to make or have, and that performed 20% better for force dissipation than an old pad that we bought for sports store. And that was even without the high impact plastic. That was just the fluid.
It was not contained in that structure.
So
We were testing.
is it a non-Newtonian fluid which responds differently at different?
Yes, exactly.
James?
Just quickly, so are you looking at the local youth organizations to test this, and are you trying to keep this low as opposed to going straight to a helmet, looking at something like a shin pad in soccer or something like that?
Yes, we'll be doing, sure, anywhere that needs protection.
Well, I'm just thinking from a starting point, because it seems like high school, college type things like that, it's going to be hard to test there because of the specifications that they have on equipment requirements. That's all I'm throwing out. More as an idea than a
Stephen has already volunteered to suit up and we'll shoot pucks and balls at him.